everybody! Welcome back to Random Vids. I am Daisy, and I am here with Puppy Paws. Arf! Hi! So, today, I have to wait for Fireflower Mario, because I have no idea where the heck he is. He told me last year to be at this spot on November 27th, 2025. So I listened to him, but he didn't show up. So it must be some sort of prank or something. What do you think about it? I don't know. I don't know either. Maybe he's stuck on the toilet. I don't know. But knowing him, he probably is. It is Thanksgiving after all. By the way, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I hope you guys are enjoying your Thanksgiving. I know I did. I'm sure this guy did. And I bet you Mario did too. That's why he isn't here. Because he's stuck on the toilet. Oh, I'm here, guys. I am so sorry. I did not mean to be late. Yeah, because you're stuck on the toilet. I was not stuck on the toilet, Daisy. Well, then why were you late, dude? Well, I was about to leave, but then I realized that I was very low on gas. So, you drove and the car ran out of gas in the middle of the highway? No. I had to stop at the gas station, but of course the gas station was out of my way. Don't you have gas at your house? No. Just some for the lawnmowers. And for the snow blowers, too. Well, you should have just, you could have rode your bike. Too cold, Daisy. It wasn't going to take that long. You took 2 minutes, dude. What do you mean, took 2 minutes? Anyway, you're late, so I'm in your spot for today. No, Daisy. I'm gonna be the host today, as we know. So I'm gonna want, so can you scoot over, please? Okay, fine. Just so, maybe you can make me the host for one of these episodes this year. We already done that 2 years in a row, Daisy. Please! We'll think about it, but can you scoot over? Okay, sure, 1 sec. There we go, that feels right. Anyway, I'm sorry, guys, I'm a little late. Daisy had to start this up for me. Yeah, because you were late, dude. Yes, Daisy, we know that. Anyway, I just want to say welcome, everybody, to the Christmas sitcom, the 2025 edition. Yeah, what season are we on now? We are now on season 6. Man, that's crazy. We've been doing this for 6 years. I know. We started the very first season way back in 2020. Okay, 5 years. So now, it's 2025. Yep, and we're not planning on stopping. Nope, not planning on stopping anytime soon. It's kind of odd, because normally, I'm the one who's late, not you. Yes, Daisy, this time you were actually on time, surprisingly. Well, thank goodness you were, or else Puppy Paws would have to start it all by himself. He's stupid, doesn't know how to start it by himself. Daisy, what? I'm just saying, he's a dog. He'd probably try to run, and then he'd trip and fall, and get a boo-boo, and no one would be here to give him a Band-Aid. So he'd cry and cry until somebody shows up. I don't think that would happen. Puppy Paws is pretty good at cameras, aren't you? I don't know. Okay, well, it isn't that hard. Anyway, once again, sorry I'm late, I'm here. Anyway, we are here at the Christmas sitcom now. Yep. Well, it's not Christmas yet. It's Thanksgiving, which is much better. It all depends on what holiday is your favorite. Which we already know. It's not Christmas for you. No, I don't like no Christmas. That's silly. Because Christmas just talks about a big fat guy with a big white beard. That's fake, by the way. Daisy, can we have a year where we don't talk about this? Nope. That's not how it works, dude. You can't just have a year where I don't talk about how Santa's fake. Can you please not talk about... No! I think it's funny. It's not funny, Daisy. Well, you agree with me? I don't agree with you, Daisy. Santa is real. I don't think so. I think he's fake. I think people like to make stories up for little children like you. Nope, we're not doing that this year either. Oh, Oh, darn, you're no fun anymore. You used to let me move everything around. Daisy, I never did that. You just take control and do whatever you want. Not so sure. Anyway, for today's episode, it's just going to be the casual welcome back, which is always the most boring, Daisy. Oh yeah, true, maybe it isn't the most boring because it's on Thanksgiving, so we don't have to talk about no stupid Christmas. We can talk about Thanksgiving. That is true, Daisy. Anyway, how was all y'all's Thanksgiving? Mine was, it was something. Good. Mine was good too. Puppy Paws, how about you go first? Daisy always goes first. No, I don't. Ate turkey. You guys ate turkey? It was yummy. I bet it was yummy. Dogs can't have turkey. Daisy, what? I'm just saying they can have turkey. We can't have chocolate though. Yeah, chocolate is not good for dogs. Yeah, you'll die. Daisy, what? I'm just saying the truth, dude. Other food was yummy though. I betcha. The Thanksgiving food is always really delicious. Well, and since you're up at the North Pole too, I bet you have a bunch of different elves helping out. They give us food and they cook it. I bet. Yeah, right, Daisy. You're not up there, you don't know what's happening. Yeah, I can already tell you that there's no such thing as no elves or no North Pole. Okay, well, we're not going to get back into that subject. So before we do, I'm going to talk about how my Thanksgiving was. All right, Buster, go ahead. It was nice this year. We had a big turkey, which you ate whole. No, didn't do that. But we did have lots of food, and all the food was really yummy. Are you sure? I don't think you ate a lot. You just said I ate the whole turkey. Now apparently I didn't eat anything. Which one was it? Everyone stole the food, so you went hungry! Ah, that's not what happened, Daisy. Oh, darn it! No. Daisy. Anyway, my Thanksgiving was really good. It was nice seeing everyone again. It's been a long time because there hasn't really been a holiday. Halloween, dude! Well, a holiday that we all got together. July 4th! Well, that would have been way back in July, Daisy. Nah, that didn't feel like that long ago. Well, this year did fly by. It's already on the last few days of November, which is crazy to think. It ain't that crazy. All right, Daisy, how was your Thanksgiving this year? It was garbage! And why's that? Well, let's see. Because last time I ate the whole turkey. When we showed up, Mario and Peach immediately directed me to a chair to sit on. So I sat on the chair. Okay, then what happened? Then everyone went up to get food. Okay. And how about you? Not me! Wow, you actually didn't get food? You were nice? Wasn't my idea. They put me on the chair, but little did I know they put glue on that chair. What? Yeah, so I was stuck to a chair. Why? Because last year I ate the whole turkey. Remember how I said that? That they got super mad, so they went to the supermarket? They went to a buffet and left me at home? I do remember that. So they wanted to play a little prank on me, so I wouldn't do that again. So instead, they glued my butt to the chair, and I was stuck there. Instead, I had to make Luigi get me food. Well, at least this time you didn't have to eat the whole turkey. Yeah, they weren't really happy about that. So this way, I could just tell Luigi what I wanted, and he would come and get me what I wanted. And then if I'd tell him, no, you gotta give me more, sometimes he'd roll his eyes and be like, okay. And Mario and Peach kept a good eye on everything this year. Well, how did you get out of that chair? Well, once everyone was done eating, they said the glue is washable, so they dumped some water on the chair, and I was free just like that. If I would have known that, I would have poured my drink on the chair, so I would have been free a lot earlier, but they didn't tell me. Well, probably smart thing they didn't. What, you want to be stuck to a chair? Well, if you're going to eat the whole turkey, then yeah, it was a good idea. What? Can't believe you're on their side. Well, Daisy, I know how you get. Yeah, I would eat food when I get there. I don't want to be stuck to a chair and watch other people eat food. Maybe next year I'll glue everyone else's butts to the chair. We'll see how they like that. Well, it's their house, Daisy. They'll probably see it coming. They won't see anything. I don't even have to glue their butts. I'll just find some other trick to do so they don't expect it. Like what? I could always... that's a good question. I didn't think about that yet. I could make a trap and catch them all in it, and then I can get my food and they can watch me in it. How are you gonna do that with everyone right there? The kids will help me. Yeah, I don't know if all the kids will help you. No, yeah, you're probably right. Baby Daisy would help me, and probably Baby Peach and Baby Mario. Baby Luigi would be too scared, and he'd probably tell his dad on me, and I would get in trouble. Yeah, the mom getting in trouble. It ain't my fault Luigi's so grumpy. He's not that grumpy, Daisy. They don't want you trapping them in a trap. Well, I don't want them gluing me to a chair. But they figured they'd do that because they were afraid that I was going to swallow the whole turkey again. And this time you didn't. No! I hardly got anything this year. What a ripoff! Oh, Daisy, you know you can just... If it's that important to you, you can always go to the store and buy a turkey. Too much money. I'd rather someone else buy it, cook it, and then I can eat it. Very selfish of you. Well, okay, me and Luigi did bring a few desserts, but it was just the stuff that he wanted, originally at least. Why, what happened? Well, let's see. Me and Luigi were at the supermarket, and he said, Daisy, this year we're buying desserts for Mario's house. So, we went to the supermarket, and I said, Luigi, let's buy this. And he said, no, that's not what's on our list. And he gave me a funny face. But, when he wasn't looking, I picked it up and put it in the cart anyways. And luckily he didn't notice because he was too worried about the stupid list. What was on the list? A few pies. None of them were my favorite. What type of pies? Let's see. He got a blackberry pie, key lime pie, and, some sort of purple pie. I don't remember. Was it grape? I don't think it was grape. It was something else. But I'm not sure what. Maybe they put jelly in it. Ew. Okay. Well, what kind of stuff did you get? Well, I got some cookies. And of course, I got apple pie, which is one of the best. And the best, pumpkin pie. Okay. And did anyone see you get that? Or did Luigi? Nope, remember? He didn't notice until we got home and I opened the bags up. And he said, what happened here? Then he's like, Daisy, did you throw the stuff in the cart? And I said, no, it grew legs and walked in itself. I tried to stop it, but it was too late, so I just gave up. Right, and he totally believed that story. No, he didn't, unfortunately. But I figured, why not try something? What did he do then? He threw a big fit and went to sit on the couch and fell asleep. And what did you do? I just laughed at him. I took a picture of him because he was acting all grumpy. And then I put the food away because I knew Luigi wasn't going to take it back anymore. Did you bring that food to Thanksgiving? Yep, we brought that food to Thanksgiving, but unfortunately, I couldn't get everything I wanted because by the time Luigi took his good old time, everything was gone. Well, I'm sure it was a good payback to what you did to them last year. Dude, I only ate the turkey. Didn't you eat everything too? No, I don't think. I think it was just the turkey I ate. I don't remember the whole year ago, dude. Right. Well, you probably did deserve it. I did not do no deserving it. I ate food like everyone else, but they were too grumpy to give me seconds. So Luigi had to get it for me because he did feel a little bad. Even your bestie Peach? Yep, because she knows what happened too. She's like me. She loves eating a bunch of turkey. And because I ate it, she was really mad last year. I bet. So she was in with the plan with Mario last year, or this year, I mean. And they even called Luigi up and told him too, so he already kind of knew. I wondered why Luigi had a funny face on as we were getting there. I'm like, what are you laughing at? He said, oh, nothing. Yeah, it's just, I'm just excited it's Thanksgiving. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm excited too. Get to eat all this food, and this was probably the least amount of food I got to eat. I'm not even stuffed. Wasn't that a good thing? No! The point of Thanksgiving is to be stuffed. Yeah, in your words. I mean, obviously, it's yummy eating all that stuff, but I don't want to eat so much that I get a stomach ache. I never get no stomach aches, except for about last year and the year before that, and probably the year before that, too. I had to run to the bathroom because my stomach was talking to me. So, yeah, that wasn't fun. This year I didn't have to worry about that, which I guess was nice, but still, it wasn't worth it. Well, look at it this way. At least they were a lot happier with you this year. I guess that is true. They actually talked to me. We actually had conversations, even though if I was stuck on that chair. But of course, Luigi is super selfish. Mario and Peach would go get food for them and their kids, and Luigi got food for our kids and himself. Then he got my food. That doesn't seem selfish. Yeah, it is. He got his stuff before mine. Well, you got the whole thing before anyone else could last year. I guess it is true. But a whole year ago, no one remembers that. Well, apparently they did, Daisy. Well, that stinks, because then afterwards I had to change because my dress was all ruined from the glue and the water. But I didn't bring along a pair of clothes because I didn't know they were going to do that trick. So then I had to change when we got back home, and I was sopping wet in the car ride home. I bet you everyone was laughing at you, too. They did. They thought it was the most funniest thing in the world. I'm like, oh, just you wait. I'll get you back next year. Well, you have a whole year to think of whatever plan you're going to do that probably isn't going to work out. Well, even if I did have a plan, I wouldn't tell you because I don't trust you or you. Because you guys probably tell my husband, and then he'll tell Mario and Peach. They'll tell the kids, and then they'll have another trap planned for me. Good point. And then we can come and watch. No, you're not doing that. I'm not getting no trapped. If they put me on a chair again during Christmas, I'll be like, nope, I'll sit on the floor, thank you very much. Or I'll at least look on the chair. I didn't even look. I was like, oh, okay, you gave me the nice comfy chair. And I sat down and then I was stuck. Right. Well, hey, at least you got food. Yeah, but of course, Luigi had to wait until everyone else got their food. You know how many people there are in our family? You, Luigi, baby, Daisy, Mario, Luigi, baby Peach, baby Mario. Yeah, that's a whole bunch! That isn't too much. Yeah, dude! And of course, I got the food last. It was to the point where there was hardly anything left. I didn't even get to try the pumpkin pie that I brung because Luigi let all the kids dig in first. Well, Daisy, why don't you let your kids dig in first? I don't want them to get a stomachache, and neither does Luigi. Well, I'm sure Luigi doesn't want you to get a stomachache either. He doesn't, which is why he's normally like, no, don't get another piece of pumpkin pie. But I'm like, yeah, it's fine. Who cares? It's Thanksgiving after all. You get stuffed. But then I feel like a balloon afterwards, and then I have to always run to the bathroom. And that's why Luigi doesn't want you to take as much. Well, that's too bad. That's his problem. Well, you don't want him to care about you? I do, it's nice. But I don't want him to grump when I get a bunch of food. I don't think he was grumping, he was probably just watching out for you. I don't think so, dude. I think he was just, he's probably a little bit upset that I normally get more food than him. Yeah, he was probably jealous. He wanted more food. Knowing Luigi probably didn't get as much food as you did, Daisy. I don't remember. Anyway, that was my Thanksgiving. It was horrible because they stuck me to the chair. I couldn't get as much food as I wanted, and my clothes were ruined because they're all sticky and wet. I had to take my dress off when I went in the car so I wouldn't get stuck to the seat there. Well, it seems like you did have an interesting Thanksgiving, Daisy. Yeah, I don't know about interesting, more like horrible, and that I'm gonna come up with a plan, and Thanksgiving's like my favorite holiday too, and of course they had to ruin it because of that. Come on, you're not gonna let one little prank ruin the— Yep, I am! Ugh, Daisy, if it means that much to you, you could always cook a feast for you and Luigi. We have leftovers. Yeah, probably because you bought all that food at the store even though Luigi told you not to. Well, he's a big grump, that's why. He only gets disgusting stuff. So I wanted to get the fun stuff. I even bought a thing of balloons and Luigi didn't even notice. Wow, Luigi must have not been paying attention. I tell you, he was too focused on that stupid shopping list. Alright. Anyway, sounds like you had an interesting Thanksgiving, Daisy. It wasn't interesting, more horrible. Well, it's always fun hearing whatever story ends up going on with you, Daisy. And obviously, my Thanksgiving is usually pretty normal, and Puppy Paw's probably the same.
Yeah, it's fun and yummy.
Yeah, no fair that they glue your butt to the chair. That would have been funny. Then you would have stood up and you would have had a lot of fur glued to that chair. Ah, Daisy, it's not that funny. Yeah, it is. I can just imagine Puppy's walking around naked all day. Well, Daisy, didn't you have to do that? Yeah, we don't talk about that. Hey, everybody. Hey, Luigi. No. You're not allowed to join this year. That's too bad. I couldn't help but overhear you. Yeah. Stupid. Well, I would want me to tell you something else. What? We've been planning that since New Year's. What? You planned that prank since New Year's? Yeah. That's why that one day I said, no, I'm going over to Mario's. I'll be right back. And you're like, oh, okay. I'll just sit here and sit on the couch and eat a bunch of potato chips. Darn, I should have went with you. I'm glad you did it. I made sure I waited till it was a day that you didn't feel like getting up and doing anything. You'd rather sit down, watch TV, and eat your food. So I figured this is the perfect time. So I got together with Mario and, unfortunately, Peach. But we ended up planning out that prank. And when was that again? That was like I think that was like in March or something like that. But we were first talking about it in January. That's no fair. You didn't even tell me. Of course not. Because we didn't want you to find out you were not going to eat our Thanksgiving turkey like that again. Well, dude, you should have gotten my food first before everyone else's. Daisy, that was part of the punishment. Well, I'm getting punished like a little kid now? Or if you're going to act like a kid, then yeah. Oh, I'm like no kid. Well, anyway, yeah, we had that all planned since January, and I'm so glad that you haven't found out. You guys could have planned it, soon or closer to Thanksgiving. We could have, but we chose not to because we might have forgotten. Shoot, I wish you did. Well, thank goodness we did it, so we could get that plan all together. Man, we even knew back in January that we were gonna do that, glue you to that seat. How dare you be in that? I knew you were hiding something. You were laughing your head off on the way there. I couldn't help it because I knew this was coming and you didn't. Ah, it's hilarious. Even the kids knew. The kids knew. Yeah. I told both of them the night before. I said, all right, kids, tomorrow at Mario's, we're going to play a prank on Daisy while we're there. And they wondered what it was. So I told them that we were going to glue your butt to the chair. Wow, they didn't even say anything. Not even Baby Daisy. No, because of course they thought it was funny too. Especially Baby Daisy. Wow, that's mean. Not mean, Daisy. It's called not only karma, but showing you what it's like to be patient. I am patient. Now can you leave? That's not being patient. I'm not patient, but I want you to leave so you can hurry up and start the car so we can hurry up and get home. That's still not being patient. Leave, Luigi! Please? There you go. That's the magic words. And no, I'm not starting the car up yet. You can have, don't say it, patience. I knew you'd say that. All right, well, bye, guys, and bye, viewers. I'll see you next time. I hate when he does that. What? When he comes here and he throws himself on stage with us. What's wrong with that? Because he always wants to tell stories. Or the truth. No? Aren't you happy he did tell you that? Tell you me what? That he was already planning that since January? No! I didn't need to know that! We aren't gonna talk about this ever again! I'm sure you're not. Anyway, with that said and done, I hope you guys have a happy Thanksgiving, and I hope you guys have a great day. I am Fireflower Mario, joined with Puppy Paws and Daisy, and we will see you guys next time on the next episode of the Christmas sitcom Season 6. Hope you enjoyed, and have a great holiday. Bye, everybody. Yeah, Alrighty, everybody. Because of Daisy, there's always bloopers to show, so let's go. This stinks! We have to wait for Firefighter Mario because he wanted to change it around this year. He wanted him to be the one to be late instead of me. What do you mean the cameras are on? They're not on. They are on, Daisy. Oh shoot! Oh fine. I have a prank to play on Firefighter Mario. You stay there. I'll be back eventually. Hello. I'm sorry I'm late. What the? Where's Daisy?
I don't know.
Daisy? Where is Daisy at? Well, I guess I'll just sit here and wait for her to show up. Here I am! Man, you were late! You're the one to talk. I wasn't late. I was just playing hide and seek and you gave up. How did I know we're playing hide and seek? You didn't tell me. Because I figured that's why you were late. Daisy, come on. Sit in your chair up here. Okay. Well, alright. There. No, Daisy. Welcome back to the Christmas sitcom. Daisy was too lazy to do this skit, so I have to say it like normal. And now, don't worry, dude, I'm here! Ow, Daisy, don't do that. Whoops. Don't worry, I'll try again. No, Daisy. Welcome back to the Christmas sitcom, and Daisy, whatever you're thinking of, don't think of it. I won't think of it, I'll do it. Yeah, Daisy, ouch! Welcome back to the Christmas sitcom. Daisy, get in your seat. Well, I don't want to. That's too bad. Don't you want to come up here and be a part of this show this year? What if I don't want to? Well, then you won't get money. Oh, man, that's a shame. Okay, fine, I'll come up. Ow, Daisy, can you not do that? Oh, I'm sorry, dude. I didn't mean to hurt you or pick you up like this. Then you can sit, Daisy. Don't do that. Here, okay. Fine, here, you can just do like that. And then I'll sit. Oh, good on top of you. No. Welcome back to the Christmas sitcom. Mario! What? You're not facing the camera! There, if it's that big of a deal, Daisy. There, that's much better. Okay, welcome back to... Wait! What now? Pokey Paws isn't looking at the camera. You gotta face the camera! Daisy is facing the camera. There, is that better? Yeah, wait, I have a better idea. What do you mean you have a better idea? There we go. No, Daisy, I told you, we're not doing that this year. Well, that's too bad. Running gags? That's what they call it, running gags, after all. They don't go away. Come back. Okay. Oh, Daisy, don't do that. Welcome, everybody, to the Christmas sitcom. Looks like these guys chose not to sit in our seats. But, Daisy, we didn't have enough time. So I guess I'll steal all y'all's seats. No, get off. Fine! Welcome back to the Christmas sitcom. Daisy is always late, as we know. Don't worry, here's something. Hey, what are you doing? Careful, Daisy. Here we go. Ow, Daisy, don't throw Luigi. Oh, sorry, guys. Welcome back to the Christmas sitcom. Daisy? What? What are you doing? Sorry, dude, this tripod fell over. I'm trying to fix it. Oh, shoot. Daisy, don't worry about it. Well, then who's gonna fix it? Luigi can fix it. Yeah, don't worry, Daisy, go up there. Hey, no, that's mine! Wow, now you broke it. Oh, great. Daisy, come over here. Okay, fine. What do you want? You've got to sit in your seat. Yeah, I know. I sit in my seat. Over here, Daisy. What do you mean over here? I can go wherever I want. I can dance around. Sit in your seat. Fine, you happy? Oh, Daisy, not like that. Welcome back to the Christmas sitcom. Ooh, Daisy, what? Now you're not looking at the camera. Oh, fine, you're gonna be like that? Then I'll fall asleep. No, sit back up. Okay. I'll sleep like this. No, on your chair. All right, on my chair. Looking at the camera so you don't throw a fit. There. Now we can start. Yep. Now we can finally go. All right, good night. Oh, Daisy.